In this segment, I'd like to give you an overview of the lexicon in TBTA. And we can see the lexicon here. Right now we're linked to an English lexicon, so we see English words. There are four primary views of the lexicon. We have stems, that's the default view. In the stems view, we see the various stems and their glosses and their comments and sample sentences. Then there are features. We can define whatever features we want for our particular target language. So for English nouns, I've defined common proper because common nouns take articles, proper nouns don't. I've defined a feature called gender so that we can generate the proper pronouns, etc. Then there are various forms. For the forms, let's go over to verbs. For English verbs, we need four forms: a past tense form, a perfect participle form, a participle, and a third singular present. Now these forms are generated by rules, which we can see here. These rules will be the topic of the next video segment, so I won't go into detail here. All you need to know now is that these forms are generated by rules, but sometimes there are suppletive forms, whether it's because of an irregular spelling or an irregular form. If something is suppletive, we have to enter that form into the table, and those cells are highlighted with a white background. If a cell has a blue background, that means it's generated by a rule. And I'd like to show you how to build your lexicon. So let's go and let's begin a new target language. Let's call this language demo. So it builds various rules for us, etc. in the background. Let's choose a font. Arial black, that size is fine. It asks, do we want the Roman alphabet entered for us? Let's say yes. And there are predefined phonetic features. We don't need those for this demo right now. And so here's the Roman alphabet entered for us. Now let's go and start entering some words into our lexicon. Let's begin by entering some nouns. So it comes up in the stems view, and we click New Stem. So let's enter a few stems like man. We enter a gloss. River. Book. And we see that our stems have been alphabetized for us according to our target language alphabet. And now we're ready to begin defining some features. So we go to the features view, and let's say new feature. Let's call this feature gender. So we enter the name of the feature, and now we're ready to enter the values for this feature. And the value that we enter first should be the default value, the value that's used most commonly by our nouns. So most English nouns have neuter gender. They're realized with the pronoun it. So let's enter neuter. Then let's say masculine and feminine. Okay. Now the default value is assigned to all of the nouns. And for book, book is neuter, bush is neuter, man, let's set it to masculine, river is neuter, and woman is set to feminine. So that's how we define our features. For our forms, that will be the topic of the next segment. So that concludes this particular segment.